Hey guys, King Wampa here. Today I just wanted to do a quick tutorial of how to use the add-on Jamba. Jamba is the add-on that you'll use to manage your multiboxing team. It's pretty simple. If you just copy everything that I have for settings, you'll be good for basic leveling and playing. The first page is the core team. This will be your team of all the characters you're going to be using to multibox. You just click on add and you add all your guys one by one. You only have to do this for your initial setup. From here you can invite them, you can disband, you can invite to a party, disband the party, or you can change the master, which is the character that you'll be using as your main controller. These options are just things like when you change master, if you decide to, it'll automatically make them party leader. The click to move is just something that helps the slaves on their quest turn-ins. The party invitation control, that will automatically accept from anybody on the team and automatically decline from strangers. And the loot method is you can just set it to change automatically. This is the tags page. This will tag each of your characters for whatever you want, and then you can use that later on when you're making macros. The advanced loot page you don't really need to do anything with. The display team is it's basically your raid frames that show your team. You don't really need to change any of these settings. You can even turn it off if you really want to. Sometimes I'll just use the normal party frames. This is the follow tab. This is a big one. You're going to want to make sure that you check off all of the things that I'm checking off. Like this one's just a warn if they break follow. You can set it to do when not to warn and whatever. Follow strobing is they'll just keep on spamming /follow on the master just whenever they can. The quest thing, this will auto accept quests and auto complete quests for you. You still have to interact with the quest giver, but this will make it so you don't have to read or click extra buttons. It'll just go automatically, and you can also make it so that when the master shares them, it will automatically accept from the master. Quest completion is just the completion portion of it. You're going to want to make sure you get Tune auto selects best reward and claims it as well. That will just make them auto finish the quest, and if there's a reward, they'll just pick whatever's best for their class and go. This is the quest watcher. It's just like the team display team. It just shows all the quests and it replaces the normal Blizzard quest list there, and it'll show everybody on the team's progress. The merchant stuff is all of the you can just set it to auto buy anything you want. It pretty much just works like auctioneer, but it just keeps the settings equal for all your guys. This will automatically sell their unusable items. That'll sell grays. You can set it to automatically sell anything else. The auto repair will just repair whenever they get to a repair vendor. Item use is another display bar. It'll just show quest items that need to be used, and you'll be able to click it and use it for everybody. That's a guy that doesn't know how to delete things and he tries to trade them. Which brings us to trade, which you don't really need to touch anything in because you'll never really use it. But it'll help you to like level out your gold or send all gold to the master and whatever. It's not really a big thing. I've never actually used it. Combat, the proc page. Here you can set it to display when your characters have procs, and that'll get you just so you can use the procs. It's a little bit more complicated. I don't even really use it that much. Most of the time my guys proc everything at the same time anyways, so it's not really a big deal, but it's better if you're having a lot of different classes going. These two pages are just you can mark people with the normal raid icons, and then you can use these macros, and it'll set up your team's crowd control. So if you wanted to do a 5-man or whatever and you needed crowd control in it, you'd be able to just set all that up, and then they'll do it right at the start of the fight. The tune, the warnings are just broken follow, warn if they get hit first. So like if something comes behind and starts attacking their slaves, it's just all that. You can check any of these warnings that you want. None of them are super important as long as you're paying attention, but they do help out. The tune requests is just the auto deny duels, auto deny guild invites, auto accept resurrections. You can check all those off. The tune currency is just what you'll be able to see for their stuff. I just left this at default. You can check them all off if you want to. It doesn't really matter. The chat is for whispers. If somebody whispers one of your tunes, you can set it to forward it to the master. And then when you reply, it'll either reply from the master, or you can set it to reply as if the slave is replying. Basically like a big fax machine. All of these ones are just macros. They're not really something you're going to use for basic multiboxing, but if you really want to get into it, you'll kind of make them up as you go for things that you find you need. The profiles was just, you can make multiple profiles if you're doing a lot of different teams. And the advanced, I wouldn't touch any of this stuff. I've never even really gotten in deep enough to multiboxing to use this, but if you get really into it and you find yourself needing to do a lot, there's some stuff in here that's pretty useful. All in all, it's a pretty simple system. Once you get all of this stuff set up, you're going to go to the thing at the top and do push settings for all modules, and you'll see over on the side there, that'll push that to everybody that you have on your core team list, so that they will all get the same settings that you just picked, and you don't have to go through and do this 20 times on 20 different guys if that's what you have, and it'll just send it to all of them. Other than that, you're pretty much good to go. Just get your guys together. What you will need to do is make a couple of macros. I make my own follow for the master, which is just, it helps if something goes wrong and you just need to get everybody back together real quick. I use a /assist, which you will use for quest turning in. And you want to bind a key in your key bindings tab on the WoW interface. There's one thing called interact with target, and you're going to want to bind that. I have it bound to the bottom row of my mouse keys. Some people use like the F1, 2, and 3 for some of this stuff. You can use whatever you want, but basically what's going to happen is once you're turning something in, you'll click on the quest giver with your master, and then just /assist and make all your guys targeted, and then you'll just use the interact with target, and they'll all talk to the quest giver, and then that's when the auto turn in and auto accept will kick in, and they'll either accept or turn in all the quests. Anyways, that's all there is to Jamba. Maybe once I get into this some more, I'll make a more advanced guide for a multi-class system or bigger groups or just whatever. But if you guys found this guide helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.